Can you imagine charging your watch once a month? Man, that's gotta do wonders to your stress levels.
¿Por qué?
Welcome to Need to Know, and today we're gonna go through our picks for the top 5 smartwatches in 2019 with great battery and the price under $200. Now, finding the sweet spot between great battery life, good specs, nice design, and low price wasn't easy. I feel we ended up with some pretty good smartwatches though, but let us know in the comments if there's something you liked that we missed. First on our list is Xiaomi Mi Watch. Nope, we're not talking about the Mi Band series, those slim fitness trackers Xiaomi is known for. Mi Watch was released this month and it's already made our top for the great mix of specs and an attractive design, although they could have been more subtle at copying Apple. If the curved rectangular design doesn't bother you, know that Mi Watch comes with the latest processor from Snapdragon, the 3100. This is a staple on fossil watches, including the Generation 5, but those babies cost $300 or more. The 44mm AMOLED screen is the same size as the one on Watch Series 5, but the overall build is thicker and heavier. You might be able to forgive them when you realize there's 8GB of storage at your disposal with 1GB of RAM. In other words, you can go crazy with the apps. The watch runs on Wear OS with a MIUI custom software skin, and there will be a separate app store to check out. But how well is it gonna handle everything you throw its way? Pretty good, we'd say. A 570 mAh battery will give it a 36 hours of use. We bet that's with GPS enabled, although Xiaomi isn't clear about it. That's quite impressive considering the Mi Watch is water resistant, has NFC, heart rate monitoring, Wi-Fi, and supports eSIM for 4G connectivity. They also mention blood oxygen measuring, but we can't tell you how accurate it is. All of this is just $185, a bargain almost, if you can overlook the obvious watch series similarities and the unfortunate extra bulkiness. A true Wear OS smartwatch with great battery life is Tik Watch E2. If it doesn't ring a bell, that's because Mobvoi, its manufacturer, has pretty discreet advertising. However, that doesn't take from the overall value, which is pretty great, let me tell you. At just $160, well under the $200 mark, Tik Watch E2 lasts 2 days in normal smartwatch mode and 4 days in standard. That's 48 hours of use on a single charge with GPS and heart rate enabled. Not too shabby, huh? We are a bit disappointed there's no NFC or 4G support. However, under the 46mm OLED display, Mobvoi hid 4GB of storage. Again, plenty of space to install Android apps. Fear not, it can go in a pool with you, and there's a sleep tracking, step tracking, the whole 9 yards of fitness tracking. It's also got Google Assistant up its sleeve, so you don't have to tap that solitary button for every single thing you want to do. The only thing that's not so great, just like Mi Watch, it's chunky, but it's also unassuming. Sorry guys, Tik Watch E2 is clearly more about function than form. Not the same thing can be said about the recognizable Fitbit Versa 2. This watch made our top for its 48-hour battery life, always on display, and nifty features. At just $150, Versa 2 reminds you of Apple Watches but avoids ridicule thanks to the square AMOLED display. Under the 40mm 1000 nits bright display, you'll find 2.5GB of storage. Not really impressive, but what would you need more for? Versa 2 doesn't run on Wear OS, but on its own Fitbit OS. Plus, it's not LTE, so you have to keep it connected to your phone for calling, messaging, or playing Spotify. Although, hear me out, Android users, you can reply from the watch to messages received, unlike iOS users. Versa 2 is definitely the right gift for someone into casual fitness, as the Fitbit app is pretty intuitive and stable. Fitbit Pay is available, and Alexa is at your beck and call, just like the Google Assistant on Tik Watch E2. Ready to hear the drawback? There's no GPS, so you'll pretty much need to take your phone wherever you go. In the end, that may be water under the bridge if all you want is a good enough battery. And Versa 2 delivers. It gives you up to 5 days of battery life in standard mode, and almost 2 with normal use. That will come in handy with always on display, heart rate measuring, and all the rest of your fitness tracking tools. Once again, this is the cheapest smartwatch in our top 5 so far. Our next choice is not your run-of-the-mill smartwatch. In fact, it's a hybrid watch. Withings HR Sport is the most enduring of them all. It's said to go 25 days on a single charge in standard mode and 5 days in workout mode. Can you imagine charging your watch once a month? Man, that's gotta do wonders to your stress levels. Besides terrific battery, we also picked it for its stylish and unusual design. It comes in 2 variants of black and white, with the smart side of it looking as a little round dial on the top of the screen. It has the best of both worlds, analog dial hands for those of you who still love the idea of a classic wristwatch, and notifications display. It's geared towards athletes with 30 sport modes enabled, heart rate measurements, and oxygen consumption estimated. Yet again, we have on our hands a water-resistant smartwatch. Companies have learned. Other than that, you have all the fitness tracking you can think of, but no NFC and only connected GPS. A bit of a disappointment at $200 price. We've listed our 4 favorite smartwatches so far under $200 for their great battery and overall performance, so we've got one more to go. If you followed our IFA coverage, you might have an idea of our last entry, a Fitbit GTS. I won't say we saved the best for last, but we kinda did. A Fitbit GTS achieves up to 25 hours with continuous GPS and up to 2 weeks of daily use with heart rate on. That's almost unbelievably good. Consider that performance in a smartwatch that's slimmer and lighter than the Watch Series 5, with a better resolution in a smaller display. It can track up to 12 sports, including swimming, which means it's water-resistant up to 50 meters. It has an always-on display and is compatible with your Android or iOS phone. The big downside here is the software. Having proprietary software, you'll run into quite a few hiccups like slow upgrades, and it will be quite the learning curve. If you like a challenge, though, this smartwatch can be a great purchase or gift, quite slick and fashion-forward, at just $150. Did any of these smartwatches catch your eye? Tell us in the comments below and check out the description. We added links where to find them. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to see more videos like this. See ya, guys!